Today is June 27th, 2021. My name is Charles Suter. Today I'm presenting part 3 of a series I call Forgiveness, or How to Become a More Forgiving Person. My main message: forgiveness is a way to start over. Forgiveness is choosing to move on with your life. When a relationship has been strained or damaged, holding on to hurt feelings or ending a lifelong relationship are not the only two options available. Forgiveness is a third option. First, forgiveness allows you to put a halt to any ongoing emotional distress. Second, forgiveness gives you the clarity of rationality to choose whether to mend or resume the relationship or to abandon it. Forgiveness is the first step towards healing emotional hurts and a possible reconciliation with another person. So don't allow occasional conflict to cause you unnecessary emotional distress or to ruin what was a good relationship. Conflict happens in any relationship because people are not perfect and they make mistakes. Good relationships are hard to find and to keep, and most people have too few of them. Proposition 1. Stop focusing on the past and start creating your future. Past indiscretions cannot be fixed, so they must be accepted. Ask yourself, what are the future possibilities for this relationship? To resume a relationship, keep the focus on a desired future. Since you can't go back and remedy hurtful incidences of the past, relationships must be mended or modified in the present if the relationship is to survive and thrive in the future. Past incidents need not be replowed as long as the parties choose to forgive each other and find a permanent resolution. Both parties must agree to shift their focus from past hurts to the future and negotiate new ground rules about how to avoid past mistakes to keep the relationship positive and value-added for each person. Each cause of conflict can become a source of shared expectations if the parties just make an effort to resolve the cause. In the future, should a sensitive subject arise, the offended party only need remind the other, "Please, we've agreed to handle this subject matter differently." Proposition 2. Accept the other person as they are without trying to change them. You cannot change other people, but you can change how they treat you. How they treat you can be negotiated. Define your own boundaries and limits and ask other people to respect them. Gently remind others when they begin to push your boundaries. Everyone has sensitive topics, beliefs, and values that they need to protect against the encroachment of others who might not appreciate the reasons why those issues are so important and thus sensitive. So define your areas of sensitivity in advance, if you know them, or otherwise you must wait until sensitive subjects arise. If a sensitive subject arises, you will know it by the negative emotions that arise along with it. And then, just politely tell the other person that this particular topic is sensitive. And basically you don't have to give a reason. You can then suggest that further discussion should be avoided until sufficient trust has been built and or the other person agrees to take on a respectful listening role. Only then should you be willing to discuss why any particular topic is so sensitive to you. Proposition 3. Forget past grievances to avoid opening old wounds. If you can't forget the past, then you are destined to relive them. You cannot forgive and then continue to cling to past grievances and hurts. Forgiving means letting go of the past so you can move forward into the future. To resume or mend a relationship damaged by conflict or past indiscretion is a choice, yours alone. Your anticipation of the future value of any relationship, how important it is to your overall life, is likely to be a prime consideration on whether you choose to reconcile. To continue to remember, to relive, and to obsess over hurtful past incidences serves no useful purpose, especially if you want to end lingering emotional distress and if you want to resume a relationship that has been value added to you. My final message: forgive others so that you might begin anew with a fresh start. People who are overly sensitive or have a precarious self-esteem are most vulnerable to criticism and social slights than others. While every relationship is based on a value for value proposition, conflict and hurt feelings can do real lasting damage to a relationship. Even worse, the offender might not even realize their words, deeds, or intentions were perceived as hurtful by you, especially if you don't reveal your hurt feelings, choosing to suffer in silence instead. For this reason, the first person to realize that a breach in the relationship has taken place should take the first action by calling attention to it and begin damage control behaviors. The first right action to be taken by the offended person is to forgive, giving the other person the benefit of the doubt, and then initiating the discussion to explain your sensitivity and attempt to restore the relationship. Whether you are the offended or the offender, be prepared to take the right action towards forgiveness or apology when you know a relationship is on shaky grounds. That's all for now. Remember to stay positive. You'll be happier, healthier, and you'll live longer.